Assalamu alaikum. Uh, in this video, we wrap up our discussion on sampling techniques in language studies. Um, Actually, we've just said, we have two main types of sampling techniques. The first type is a probability sampling, and this type is subdivided into four main types, and the other type is non-probability sampling that is also grouped or subdivided into extra three types. Let's start with the first type, which is non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling, in simple words, is defined as a process of selecting or drawing the sample of the study from the entire group of interest or from the population of the study randomly in a random manner or at random. Okay, and this type has an advantage over non-probability sampling, that every single or every unit in the population has an equal chance to be selected. So this type of sampling is more objective, okay, and it's exclude the premise of bias or subjectivity when conducting the sample of the when choosing the sample of the study. The first type of non-random sampling is simple random sampling. In simple random sampling, it implies a simple procedure to be implemented. Normally, we write the names of all participants into slips of papers, and putting those slips of papers into a container. It could be something like a hat, and we draw the sample. We draw some names that already written on those slips of papers at random. The second type is actually stratified random sampling. We divide the population into different strata that share something in common. That thing could be gender, age, career, occupation, education, and religion sometimes. Okay. After dividing the population into strata, we select some strata randomly, and then we select some members from each strata randomly. The third type is actually cluster random sampling. It is very similar to stratified sampling, but the only difference, it is mainly based on naturally occurring entities, meaning that the members we select do not have something in common, right? But actually they belong to some institutions. Those institutions could be schools, universities, cities, or bigger entities that like countries. So we select some clusters like schools, for example, at random, and from each cluster we select some members randomly. The second main type of sampling techniques is called non-probability sampling. Okay, non-probability sampling is mainly based on the notion of selecting the sample of the study intentionally or purposefully, following the objectives and or some criteria put forward by the researcher. The first type is quota sampling, meaning that I divide the population of the study into different quotas, okay, and then I select some members, and then I select all the members in each quota, and sometimes some members from each quota, but I select them purposefully rather than randomly. Okay, the second type is snowball sampling. This type of or this technique of non-probability sampling is conducting when the population of the study is not identified to me. Okay, so for example, if I want to know the teenagers in my city, okay, I have no accurate numbers informing their number or sufficient information about them. So I select some teenagers, okay, then I ask those teenagers to select others, and the others to select others, so on and so forth, until the sample size is achieved, okay, and the selection process takes place intentionally. The last step is convenience, okay. which is the simplest type. Okay, in convenience sampling, we select the participants in the study at the researcher's convenience, meaning that relating to some respects such as proximity, willingness, those people I have access to, okay, and some time uh, other aspects related to cost and time of implementation. Okay, so this is everything about the types of sampling. ويعطيكم العافية.